is number 20, Zaria Harris. Number 2, Jessie Souls. Number 14, Callie Letcher. Number 7, Kaylin Woods. And number 9, Ashlyn Holford. And Erskine will serve first. Serving is number 23, Rebecca Massengill. There's the serve. Letcher with the set. And that will be Erskine point. 1-0 Erskine. Again, Rebecca with the serve. And that will be Southern Westland point, 1-1. And the Warriors will now get a chance to serve. Serving for the Warriors is number 9, Ashlyn Holford, who's a junior from Easley, South Carolina. And that will be hit back to the Warriors. And a little tap is all she needed. And that score will go to Denari Malave, number 18. The Warriors with another serve, 2-1. And that'll be another point for the Warriors, 3-1, as the Fleet could not get the ball back over the net. Here's the serve. A lot of sauce on that one. The Warriors were able to put it over. This one's gonna go back over the net. Nice save there. And that will be Warrior point. What a play by the Warriors, 4-1. And now joining me is the man, the myth, the legend, Will Hughes.
Great to be here. Great to be here, Leighton.
Great to see you, bud. Right now it is 4-1 Warriors. Off to a good start.
Excellent start for the Warriors here as Ashlyn Holford back to serve.
That one will be out, and the Erskine's point, 5-2. Or 4-2, excuse me.
And now number 21, Katie Torgensen, a junior, serves. Dug out by Jessie Souls, put over the net. That was number 14, Callie Letcher, with the point for the Warriors.
Warriors are off to a good start tonight.
Great start. As coming in is number 11, Emily Ellis, as she enters for Kaylin Woods. Serving now for the Warriors is number 10, Olivia Johnson. And a good hit there from the net. As another quick 2 there from Letcher. The Fleet able to get it back over the net. Put out wide to Ellis.
And they could not get it over the net. Another Warrior point. 6-2.
Johnson back to serve once again. As she gets it over, it's dug out.
Ooh,
and a good save there. As Jessie Souls able to put that one over. And a great block there from the Warriors. By
what
number
a play.
number 18, Denari Malav.
Here comes the serve. That'll be Warrior point.
As over the net is called on the Fleet. Warriors now leading 8-2 here early in the first set, as substitutions will be made for the Fleet. As coming in is number 32. That's Maddie Wilson. As Johnson back to serve once again. Hits it over the net. And that one's dug out by number 6, Mackenzie Kine. As Ellis out wide. Hits a good one. Dug out there from the Fleet. And back over. Good dig by Souls. Letcher with the set out to Ellis, who hits it. Deflected. And the Fleet able to put it back. Letcher the set once again. Short middle. As the Warriors able to keep it alive now. Out to Zaria Harris. As this a good rally starting here. Good dig by Letcher. As Ellis a good hit. That one off of number 10, Riley Bartlett.
The longest rally so far. Pretty good play by both teams. Warriors get the point.
Very good battle from both the Warriors and the Erskine Flying Fleet. Warriors able to come out on top of that one as they now lead by 7.
Ooh.
And a quick 2, but a good dig there by Johnson as Ellis, the short hit, dug out there. That was number 32 for the Fleet. And Johnson again with the dig. Letcher the set out wide to Ellis, who hits it just long.
A little bit too much sauce right there.
A little bit too much on that one, I'd say. 9-3 in favor of the Warriors here in the first set. As serving now is number 10, Riley Bartlett. As Denari Malave able to put that one down quick for Warrior point as substitutions being made. Coming in will be number 17, Ashley Sexton, and number 21 for the Warriors, Riley Young, both freshmen, as Sexton will be back to serve. Warriors right now with 3 freshmen out on the court. Very impressive scouting by head coach Julia Reiniga, able to find such talent.
I'll be in. Another Warrior point.
That one able to just find the line. As number 12 for the Fleet, Jemena Najera, let that one go. As Sexton with the serve again, dug out there from the Fleet. And a quick hit there. And a good hit back by Souls. Sexton able to put it over the net for their third hit.
That one will be Fleet point.
Ball just out of the reach of Johnson there. Good hit. That was number 6, Mackenzie Kine for the Fleet. As entering now will be number 23, Rebecca Masenjo. And Johnson the dig, Sexton a good set in the middle. And Young, great move there from the Fleet, using every part of your body as she hits that one up with her shoulder even.
That'll be Warrior point.
Not quite sure what the call was there. Called on number 23, may have been under the net. But the Warriors able to get that one.
I think you're right, Will.
As in for the Warriors now is number 9, Ashlyn Holford. And a good attempt to block there from the Warriors, but the Fleet's number 13, Kaylee Tusamatale, just a little bit too powerful for that one.
That'll be out. Warriors get the point.
Still thinking of the power as she went for the serve there. Hit that one just long.
She's got the power.
She sure does. As coming back in is Kaylin Woods for the Warriors as she'll be back to serve.
So far, the Warriors doing a good job of getting kills there. They got 7 kills compared to Erskine's 3 so far on the night.
And the serve, tricky one there. As Sexton hits that one up, Souls the set over to Johnson. And she puts that one right down the line, kind of a knuckleball towards number 6 there for the Fleet. That was Kine. As Woods now with the serve. Puts that one too long again. As the Warriors now lead 14-6. Great first home appearance here from the Warriors.
They're finding themselves in the rhythm here pretty quick here in the first set.
As Souls, good dig out. The set from Sexton out wide to Johnson with the kill shot.
With authority.
And a great shot there from Johnson. As it coming back into the match is number 14, Callie Letcher, and number 20, Zaria Harris. As Letcher will be back to serve for the Warriors. As they lead by 9, the serve over is dug out. Good set and spike. Good dig from Johnson and set from Souls. Good play from the Warriors overall just to get it back over the net. But an excellent play there from Bartlett as she puts that one over with the quick 2-hit. Massengill back to serve. As Johnson digs it, Letcher the set, short middle to Harris. As the Fleet able to get that one. As it stays in the far corner. For Fleet point, as the Warriors now lead by 7.
So far in this contest, for the Warriors, leading for them is Olivia Johnson with 3 points and Emily Ellis as well with 3 points. And Mackenzie Kinney for the Fleet is leading for them with 2 points, as well as Riley Bartlett.
And a tough play there for the Warriors as that one deflected going over the net. Souls unable to dig it out.
Here comes the serve.
And Letcher the set out wide to Johnson. Has a good dig out there from number 6, Mackenzie Kine. Somehow able to just reach her arm out there and get it back over the net.
It's a great play.
And the serve. Good dig. Letcher, the set, and Holford looking to just put it back over the net, but a block at the net as the Fleet begin to cut into the lead here. And a timeout called by the Warriors trying to maintain their lead and stop this momentum happening from the Fleet taking over here. And so with the score of 15-11 in favor of the Warriors, Leighton, what are some things that you've seen so far?
I've seen the Warriors, they got in a good rhythm early. And Erskine, they just now have found a little bit of a rhythm themselves, getting back in this game. And right now the hitting percentages, the Warriors have a .241 advantage over Erskine, who is hitting at a .192. And the Warriors doing a good job in getting a block. So far, that's the only block in the game so far. And they're doing a good job spreading the ball around, getting assists. So a good start to the game so far, Will.
Great start for both teams as number 23, Rebecca Massengill, will be back to serve for the Fleet as she hits that one over. Johnson able to dig it out. Letcher, the set, short middle to Holford. As again, that's number 10, Riley Bartlett, with the quick kill from the middle.
The Fleet are finding themselves on a little bit of a run right now.
Massengale back to serve once again. As Woods digs that, Letcher, the quick set. As that one out from Holford. As the Fleet keep cutting into the lead here. The Warriors leading 15-13 now. Biggest lead at one point was 9, now down to 2.
Here's the serve.
Good dig out there. Holford the hit. Ooh. And a great kill shot. The Warriors definitely needed that one.
Oh, yeah. They're starting to lose a little bit of a momentum. That was a good job of changing their luck right there. And now their lead's to 3.
Substitutions made as Taylor McClinton comes back in for the Fleet.
That'll be Fleet point.
Good shot there from Katie Torgensen on the outside. Torgerson back to serve now. As Woods, the dig, Letcher the set, out to Johnson. Tried to go left hand there, but puts that one into the net. Warriors now leading only by 1. Torgerson the serve, and the dig out from the Warriors. Letcher the set.
It's a little too much. That's going to be a tied ball game right there.
(16-16) now. As the serve comes, Johnson digs. Letcher the set to Johnson, who just gets it over. And the Fleet now able to put it back. Letcher the set, back out wide to Johnson, the block. Put back up by the Warriors.
Ooh, good play there.
Malave for the Warriors, able to put that one back up and stay with the play to get the point back for the Warriors. As coming in is number 11, Emily Ellis. Johnson back to serve for the Warriors, now leading 17-16. As the Fleet play that one, Ellis, the dig, Letcher sets back out wide to her as she puts it cross net.
Now just get out of reach, Jesse Souls. Another point for the Fleet.
And that was Kaylee Tuesamatatele. As that one dug out by Souls. Letcher the set out wide to Ellis, who puts it off the net, able to stay in play though. As the Fleet keep it in. Souls again, the hard dig, as Letcher sets back outside.
Now be Erskine point, and this will be their first lead in the ball game.
Warriors now trailing by 1, 18-17. As Bartlett will be back to serve for the Fleet. Ellis the dig out. Letcher serves it. As Souls able to hit it over. And just unable to get the dig there was Souls in the backcourt. As the Fleet now have a 2-point lead.
And one stat to maybe note, Will, is that right now the Warriors have 6 attack errors compared to Erskine's 2. So Warriors is playing a little bit sloppy right now on the offensive end.
And that one too, Warriors just need to button up here, as you were saying. Just a little too many errors happening right now as they take another timeout, trying to get this one back under control.
I think they'll try to talk this one over, try to figure out a way to communicate better and get things going here.
And you were talking about errors. The Warriors with 2 service errors compared to Erskine's 1, and attack errors as well, as you mentioned, 6 attack errors to Erskine's 2. And so Erskine even now with a better hitting percentage as well.
they're getting themselves in a rhythm, and that's what's helped them on this run is finding their rhythm and getting their hits to go.
Ansonar coming back out of the timeout. The Warriors will look now to bring this one back as coming back on will be Harris, Letcher, Souls, Malave, Ellis, and Johnson. As back for the Fleet will be Bartlett to serve once again. As Ellis digs that one, Letcher the set to Harris. Puts it cross court, dug out there from the Fleet. And a good dig from Johnson as Letcher puts that one cross. Ellis the hit. Malave looks for the back corner, doesn't find it.
Oh!
As just a miscommunication there from Souls and Johnson, both went for it.
Can't have miscommunications there. They had at one point 7-point lead, and now they're finding themselves in a 4-point deficit.
As Malave puts that one over and gets one back for the Warriors to try and cut into the lead. As Sexton and Young will come back in for the Warriors, Harris and Letcher.
Sexton will come with the serve.
The Fleet leading by 3, 21-18 here in the first set as that one comes over. And the Fleet able to dig it, put it over. As Ellis, a great kill shot down the line.
That was exactly what the Warriors wanted to see, perfectly executed by the Warriors.
Sexton back to serve once again. Now trailing by 2 as she puts that one over. And a set to the middle. Johnson, the attempted dig. That one just too much power on it from Maddie Wilson. As coming back in will be Rebecca Massengill for the Fleet. Kine back to serve. As Souls the dig. Sexton sets middle to Young, who is able to put it right over the head of number 12, Jimena Najera.
Warriors only down by 2 right now.
Looking to get this one back as Souls with the serve.
Oh!
As Holford went for the quick set back over, but was denied there by the net.
So close to getting over the net there. Now 3-point deficit.
23-20 now. Ellis digs.
Ooh,
Sexton, good dig over. As
Good
that
dig.
went into the net by Johnson. And so now a set point here for the Fleet.
Warriors want to make sure they're on the same page here. You don't want to give them this first set.
Souls digs it. Sexton sets wide to Holford, who puts it across net. Good dig out.
It's going to be Warrior point.
Good effort from the Fleet. Warriors able to get that point back. And as you said, Leighton, just trying not to give up this first set. So crucial, having to start down early.
And that's the first set going to the Fleet, as they will be up 1 set to none. Here's we're about to go into the second set.
That's right, a tough one from the Warriors there. As the scores will now reset to 0, both teams will switch sides.
The biggest difference I see here on the stats is the errors, as they're piling up to now 7 for the Warriors. And the Warriors they have more attacks, but they're just right now being less efficient, it seems. And going into the second set, they'll look to get that percentage up and try to cut down the errors.
That's right, and even in some of the more simpler things like some digs and hitting percentage and even just a service error, the Fleet doing a good job. 23 digs so far, only one service error. As the Warriors right now just need to get back on the same page with each other and just find their rhythm once again.
That's right. Totally not out of the ball game just yet. And we'll see how they do here in the second set.
And as we come back in here to the second set, Warriors trailing 1-0 so far, as they'll have Ellis, Woods, Johnson, Malave, Harris, Holford, and Letcher. And for the Fleet, they will have Bartlett, Kine, Torgerson, Maddie Wilson, Rebecca Massenjo, and Lainey Loving. As Woods comes in now. And Letcher will be back for the first serve of this second set. As she serves over. And the Fleet able to dig it out. And the dig from Ellis just too long as it goes out. And the Fleet get the first point of the set.
Just a little outside of where she wanted it to be. Here's the serve. Oh, hit the net. Barely got over. Erskine point.
And that's that crucial topspin that you put on it.
That top spin sometimes makes it hard to hit.
As Bartlett the serve. Ellis digs it out. As the Warriors just looking a little confused here, a little flat-footed, trying to get it back. As the serve comes over, Johnson digs. Letcher sets to Harris.
There we go.
And a little miscommunication is all it takes for the Warriors to get their first point of the set.
3-1 here early in the second set.
Ashton Holford. Now for the Warriors. Serves it. As it's dug out, Bartlett the set over. Ellis able to dig it. Letcher out wide to Johnson. And a good kill shot there through the attempted block of the Fleet.
That was what the Warriors wanted to do. They weren't panicking. They're calm and efficient right there. If they do that, they may change their luck here in a second.
And just like that, they tie it back up. As substitution is made, Taylor McClinton comes in for the Fleet. As Holford back to serve once again.
That will be in. Erskine point.
The Fleet able to find that cross net, cross court hit quite often.
They've done that a few times tonight. Been one of their signature moves so far.
As Massengill comes back in. Kine, the serve.
No miscommunication there, but they get the ball over the net. That'll hit the ground, and another Fleet point, 5-3.
Kine back to serve. As Ellis looking for a kill shot there, puts it into the net. As the Warriors trailing by 3 once again.
Oh.
And a good leave there.
A good eye.
As Johnson back to serve now, Warriors trailing by 2. Looking to bring this one back and get the lead.
Warriors get a little momentum, getting back-to-back points.
As that one deflected off the block from the Warriors. That was put down the line from number 13. That's Kaylee Tuesa Matatele. As Malave able to put that one over. As the Warriors get the point back, now trailing by 1. As Sexton and Young will come back in.
Right now, leading in points for the Warriors is Emily Ellis, Olivia Johnson, both with 5.
Sexton, just a little too much on the serve.
Then for the Fleet, Mackenzie Kine with 6 points leads the Fleet.
Maddie Wilson back to serve. Sexton sets to Malave.
Now a hit off the ceiling, and that will be another Warrior point. Warriors getting some momentum here.
As Woods will be back to serve.
That'll be in. Another point for Erskine.
Warriors still trailing by 2 here. As Massengill will be back to serve. As she hits that one over. Warriors able to dig it. But a good block there from the Fleet.
Now be in. Fleet now 10-7. So far, stats-wise, things are looking similar to how the first set has went.
Holford the hit, and a good dig out there by McClinton. As Johnson able to keep that one up for the Warriors. Ellis the hit cross court right to Kine. Kine now with the hit. Sexton digs. Woods able to set it up for Ellis. Ellis the short hit.
And what a play by the Fleet to get a point. The Fleet, their hitting percentage right now is 34%. Doing pretty good.
As the Warriors get that point back. As Ellis will be back to serve. And a good serve there. As that one's set up for Bartlett.
And the Warriors aren't able to handle that one. Another point for the Fleet. 12-8.
As Turgerson puts that one over. Johnson the shot. Sexton, good dig there.
Try to catch him off guard.
As that one just too hot to handle. From Johnson is coming back in will be Letcher and Harris.
Warriors trying to cut this deficit a little bit. Letcher with the serve.
As Letcher, good dig out there. Ellis now able to get it over.
And that will be Warrior point.
As Letcher the serve.
That one just barely got over the block attempt.
Bartlett able to find that space over the wall of Holford and Johnson. As she'll be back to serve with the Fleet leading by 3. Johnson digs it. Letcher sets to Holford. As Bartlett digs, set up for Kine. As she hits that one long for Warrior point.
Warriors only down by 2. They're hungry for that lead.
Ashlyn Holford for the Warriors, back to serve. As she puts that one over. As Bartlett again sets up Kine. Letcher able to dig it out. Set there. Ellis just has to put it over. Bartlett the set again. Wide across for Kine. Ellis digs it. Letcher sets to Johnson. Johnson the hard hit there. As the Fleet able to dig it out.
Ooh!
As that one catches Ellis up in the face. That one coming from Maddie Wilson down the line.
Coming at her quick.
As Massengill will be back in. As that one goes just long. Warriors now trailing by 2. Johnson back to serve. So far when she's been back, the Warriors have been able to climb back in.
She's one of their top players of the game. Doing a good job getting some points up for them.
As Woods digs, Letcher sets to Malave, just short though.
Ooh!
As a good block and hit up there. Warriors able to get it back over in 3.
And the net was not the Fleet's friend on that one. And the Warriors will get a point. Only a 1 point ball game.
And a good play there from the senior, Denari Malave. As Kine digs it, Bartlett the set. And another good block there as Bartlett puts it back up. Good dig from Woods as Letcher sets wide to Ellis, who's able to put it off the deflected block as the Warriors tie this one back up at 14.
Warriors showing good hustle out there right now. The Fleet as well. Well, on that one, the Warriors prevail.
Johnson now with the serve. Puts it over just wide as the Fleet regained the 1 point lead. And Turgerson comes back in. And Jimena Najera will be back to serve. Woods digs, Letcher sets it wide to Ellis. Ellis has to put it short in the middle of the court and able to put it down to tie this one back up. As substitutions will be made, both Ashley Sexton and Riley Young back in for Letcher and Harris. Sexton back to serve. As Kine digs that one out, set from Bartlett. And a good dig from Johnson as Sexton sets behind her. Too Young. As the Fleet able to keep it alive. Kine puts it long. And a good look there from Woods as she lets that one go by her.
Warriors now playing with a lead. They want to keep it.
Trailing by 3, now leading by 1. As Sexton serves it back over. Kine digs it. Bartlett looking to set it short to Turgerson. As the Warriors able to put it quick back over. And a good dig there from Johnson. Sexton sets it too young.
And another Warrior point.
The Warriors playing with some passion right now.
They're playing with the momentum. Now with the 2 point lead. They've done a great job of limiting their errors. And this is a totally winnable set for the Warriors. And they could look to tie it up set-wise.
That's right. Once trailing by 3, now leading by 2. Warriors able to kind of go on a 5-point run here as they force the Fleet to take a timeout.
Fleet, they're going to look to limit their mistakes in this set. They've actually committed more errors than the Warriors. The Warriors have only committed 1 since the first set. Doing a good job of keeping the ball going their way and limiting their mistakes.
Limiting mistakes and kind of picking up their communication as well in their own half, just making sure they know who's got the ball, where it's going, which is very crucial in this game.
Being on the same page always helps.
As they come back out of the timeout now, leading by 2. As freshman Ashley Sexton will be back to serve.
Here's the serve.
Kine finds Bartlett, puts it out wide.
That'll be a little too much.
That was no deflection there at the line either, as the Warriors now leading by 3. As Sexton puts it over short. Good dig from Woods. As Sexton finds Johnson, Bartlett digs it out. As the Fleet able to put it back over. And a great play from the Warriors. Able to dig that one out from Woods and Johnson. And what a kill block there from the Warriors as they now take a 4-point lead over the Fleet.
Great hustle there by the Warriors. Bodies flying all around. Way to keep it in play. And they got all the momentum.
Sometimes that's what it takes, a little bit of controlled chaos.
Oh, yeah.
As Turgerson, the hit. Good dig from Woods as Sexton sets wide to Ellis. Ellis, the short middle. Bartlett able to dig it out. As it's hit up.
That was an extra hit, I think.
And they call it a fourth hit, as Malave had already gone back on the ground to put that one up. And so not a total momentum shift here, but the Fleet do get a point back, as Maddie Wilson back to serve now. As Ellis sets it. Malave now able to put it over the Fleet. Bartlett. And a great block there from the Warriors once again on number 5, Janua Smith.
Warriors playing with a 4-point lead. Looking to keep going, keep their momentum.
As Woods the serve. Kine keeps it in and puts it over, as Johnson now sets. Ellis the hit, as the block goes out of bounds, and the Warriors get another point on the board.
And they'll have to call a timeout. Warriors will look to talk over, keep doing what they're doing. Their hitting percentage has risen here in the second set, and the Fleet, they have seen their hitting percentage sink all the way down to about .118%.
Yeah, we see kind of a flip here, too, of attack errors, as the Fleet now with 6 errors to the Warriors, only 1. And so kind of a shift change there from the first set to the second set.
Some adjustments were definitely made, and they benefited the Warriors here in the second set. Now the Fleet will look to do the same to not let this set get away from them.
And so coming out of the timeout, Warriors will have all the momentum on their side. 4 points away from taking the set and tying this one up at 1 set apiece. And coming right back into this game. Caitlin Woods back to serve for the Warriors. Leading by 5. As she puts that one over, it's dug out. Bartlett able to keep it alive. Put over by Smith. Sexton the set, short to Holford, who has it blocked. Johnson just puts it back to play it safe. As Bartlett now out wide, puts it down the line for the kill shot for the Fleet.
Great play there by the Fleet. Now your scoring leaders so far today, Olivia Johnson with 8 kills, excuse me. And for the Fleet, Maddie Wilson with 8 kills.
As McClinton, the service. Young looked for the short set there. As the ball just not set a little too low there. Puts it into the net. But the Warriors still leading by 3 here. As McClinton with the serve. Puts that one into the net. And so the Warriors will get that point back, as Harris will come back into the game.
That's something the Fleet really want to limit here. And actually a card will be given.
For a delay of game, I believe, because of the missed substitution.
Did you see which team that was on?
Yeah, it was on the Warriors. Harris came up to the line for a substitution. However, it was not the right timing for it, which led to a delay of game and a yellow card there. As Ellis serves that one cross corner, as Turgerson
just couldn't get to that one. A tough one to play by the Warriors. Fleet point.
Yeah, try not to land on each other and injure each other, so.
That's the last thing you want to do.
playing it safe there, still with the lead, up by 3. As Turgerson with the serve, Woods digs it out. Sexton sets wide to Johnson, who puts it cross court, dug out there, as Bartlett will be out wide. Good block there. A great block there from Ashlyn Holford for the Warriors, as Letcher and Harris will come back in now, leading up by 4. 2 points to go.
Warriors don't want to look to make any mistakes now. They've done such a great job in this set, limiting their errors.
As Letcher back to serve, puts it over, dug out by Kine. Bartlett sets short, and a great dig there from Ellis for the Warriors, as Letcher sets it back to her, and that one just ties up. Number 32 for the Fleet, Maddie Wilson, as the Warriors now within 1 point of winning the set.
Warriors want to keep their concentration here, not get too excited and make a mistake.
As Letcher with the serve, puts it to McClinton, over to Bartlett, finds Kine.
Now be Warrior point, and that is the second set. Both teams now with a set 1 as we go into set number 3.
That's right, Warriors winning the set 25-19 over the Fleet, as they're able to take it and tie this one up 1 set to 1 set now. As we'll take a quick break here, heading into the third set, you're listening to Leighton and Will on the SWU Sports Network.
I'm learning as I go right now.
And we're back here at the start of the third set. Both teams with 1 under their belt.
Warriors playing with a little bit momentum, winning the second set. And the Fleet will look to regain momentum and increase their hitting percentage.
Sorry, Warriors playing with that momentum, as you said, as they were trailing in that set for most of it until they just hit one curve, and they took it by 6.
They finally got their momentum. Finally, they calmed down a little bit,
and that's true. A big part of this game, as you know, for the Warriors, this is their first home game so far, being played only their second all season, as they dropped the first one to North Greenville. But playing home court, and even without fans here because of COVID, just playing this one with as much passion as if they were playing in front of a gym full of students and family.
It'll be exciting for whenever we can have fans back Enticing.
As Johnson puts that one over, Keeney now with the hit, able to put that one just through the block of Harrison Holford. And you're right about that, Layton. With fans being back here in Tysinger, there is nothing like it when you just have the gym packed. And it is so loud you can't even hear yourself think.
Oh, bounce off the net. And
Bartlett puts that one off the back of her own player's head, Keeney.
oh, I didn't see that. Sometimes, I'll admit, I can be a little blind.
Keeney looks to be all right as Holford with the serve. Finds Keeney, who digs it. As Bartlett sets it, Fleet able to get it over. Malave has to just one-touch it over. As that was Tue Samatatele with the kill shot there. As Holford will step out, Erskine leading this one early 2-1. As Malave sets. And a great shot.
Good play by the Warriors.
What placement there from Denari, able to just kind of finesse it right past the hands of the block attempt there.
Denari is leading the game in kills right now. That'll be in. Another point for the Fleet.
This one a little bit back and forth here. As Woods digs that, Letcher sets wide to Ellis, who just puts it over for the Warriors. Bartlett sets it again to Wilson. As Letcher looks to find the back corner, Keeney now finds Bartlett. Turgeson hits it hard towards Johnson, who just deflects that one up over, unable to control it that much. As the Fleet now take a 2-point lead.
Fleet doing a good job with getting their hits this time around 75% to the Warriors 33.
As Turgeson puts it over, Letcher digs it, Woods able to find it, and the put over by Johnson. As Bartlett sets, finds Turgeson out wide. As Woods had already committed down the line as Johnson tried to put that one up. And so unfortunate circumstances there for the Warriors.
Warriors want to regain some momentum here. The Fleet off to a great start to the third set.
And that's one way to do it, as that one goes long.
Oh, yeah. If you can force the other team to make a mistake, that really can shift the momentum and get you going.
As now it is Sexton and Young for the Warriors, trailing by 2. As Sexton serves it over.
Now it'll be a double hit. Correct? Yes. Double hit. Erskine playing with a 3-point lead here in the third set.
Wilson back to serve. Puts it over. Johnson digs that one out. Sexton sets to Ellis, who has that one blocked at the line. Johnson able to put it back up. Malave puts it over. Bartlett the set wide to Turgeson, who puts it back into the net for the Warrior point. As Holford will come in now for Malave.
And the Fleet also with a substitution, putting in Laney Loving.
Woods now with the serve for the Warriors. Puts it long. As that was Najura back there, able to keep an eye on it.
Massengill with the serve.
Johnson able to put it up. Sexton the set. Over to Holford. Johnson able to put that one back up as Sexton sets once again towards the middle. Ellis just bumps it over the net. And it's set wide to Turgeson. Woods able to dig that one off the floor as Ellis puts that one over. A little bit of a scramble right now, but more miscommunication from the Fleet than from the Warriors there.
Yeah. They couldn't decide which one was going to hit the ball there for a second. The Warriors took advantage, looking to trim down that lead from the Fleet.
Emily Ellis back to serve for the Warriors as McClinton back into the game for the Fleet.
And that ball did not go where she wanted it.
And a great serve. Warriors now trailing by 1.
Warriors taking advantage of Erskine's mistakes.
As the ball comes over to McClinton again. As Bartlett hits that one down the line. Tough dig by Ellis. Almost hit the ball back up here to the booth.
Oh, yeah.
I was ready.
I was going to get that interception. I wasn't going to let you catch that ball. I'll be like Darrell Rivas up in here.
As Turgeson the serve over. Sexton now finds Holford. Has it blocked. Able to put it back up. Sexton puts it wide to Johnson. Turgeson with the hit. Kine able to keep it alive to Turgeson as Woods digs. Sexton sets as Young able to just put it back over. Picked up by Bartlett over to Kine. Ellis, the great dig out as Sexton sets to Johnson. As we do, we have a rally here on our hands.
That's going to be Erskine Point. Or
it is Erskine Point, as that one did find the inside corner. Sexton sets to Johnson, and a good dig out there from the Fleet. But Johnson puts that one down the line for the kill shot as they're unable to go back-to-back saves as the Warriors get that point back. And coming in will be Letcher and Harris for Young and Sexton.
It was good accuracy on that shot right there.
Letcher now back to serve for the Warriors. Puts that one over. McClinton digs it. As Kine able to put that one over to the net. Johnson now with the hit. Able to find the middle. Great placement.
That's exactly where she wanted it. The Warriors looking to get that efficiency up. So far in this game, in this set, they've been less efficient as they were in the second set, but looking to change their pace a little bit.
As Letcher serve to Kine. Ellis able to put that one back up. Johnson finds it. McClinton the dig out. Finds Kine over there.
Now be Warrior point.
And the Warriors now being able to tie it back up at 9, trailing by 3, much like last set. Ties this one back up here as Letcher delivers to Kine and finds Loving. As the Warriors block that one. Kine now with the hit. Ellis digs it. Letcher sets to Holford. Short middle.
What a spike by the Warriors. They take the lead.
As the Warriors now taking the lead and coming back in for the Fleet will be Maddie Wilson. Warriors leading 10-9. Letcher serves to McClinton. As the Fleet returning back to their play that has favored them so far as they try and find Bartlett in the middle, who's able to just do a little back set over her head to either.
Fancy stuff right there.
That's right. As Woods able to dig that one. Ellis.
Not able to get that one back over the net. Fleet point.
And so just a little miscommunication there again from the Warriors. As they'll take a timeout just to keep this one within reach. So far trailing by 1.
Don't want to get too excited. They're back in this game, in this set. They want to take advantage, get a 2-1 advantage. right now, the Fleet with about a 38% hitting percentage compared to, or excuse me, stats just updated. Still 38% for the Fleet, and the Warriors hitting about a 18% clip. And not as many errors I'm seeing so far in this set. Both teams playing pretty cleanly. Coming out of this timeout, they look to take advantage with the Fleet about to serve. Number 10, Riley Bartlett.
As Johnson digs that one, Letcher sets it for Harris. Middle.
That'll be Fleet point.
As that was Wilson putting it down the line past the block of the Warriors. As Woods able to dig that one, Letcher sets to Holford, who puts it over. Bartlett now sets once again to Wilson. Ellis digs, Letcher sets out to Johnson. Johnson, a great shot there, but a better dig from the Fleet. As Letcher, the quick put over.
She got him when they weren't ready.
And that's what she can bring to the table. She's been a great center for them, but able to find that quick second shot too. As she has the go-ahead from Coach Reiniger to do that from time to time whenever she's able to find that gap in the middle.
Catches the defense off guard. They're definitely not expecting it. Smart play by Letcher.
Bartlett able to set that one up to Wilson, as it will be Erskine point from a deflection. Off the block, as Woods will come in for Holford. And Massengill will come in for the Fleet, as Keeney will be back to serve. Malave sets it up to Letcher, who gets it back to herself. Harris able to put that one just back over the net. As Letcher digs, Woods able to set that one for Ellis, who gets a good shot there. Dug out by Bartlett, set by Keeney to Wilson. As Woods now, Warriors getting set up to find Johnson. As it was blocked, but the Warriors able to get that one over. And a great block there from Johnson and Malave.
What a play. That's one that can get you excited right there.
Johnson now with the serve. And just some more miscommunication there from the Fleet as the Warriors tie this one back up at 13. And I don't know, Leighton, but whenever Johnson's back there, the Fleet kind of get into a little bit of a panic.
Maybe it's just her presence back there. Catches them a little bit off guard.
Well, Johnson, a senior this year, and she's quite the player. She's come into quite the player, as she can hit both right and left-handed. And so that brings a lot to the table.
Not many people can do that efficiently, and she does it very, very well. Southern Wesleyan is very lucky to have her on the team.
The Fleet getting that last point. As Najura serves, Letcher able to set to Johnson. Najura digs it out. Bartlett able to get that one back up as Woods finds it. Johnson now. Woods just wants to get it over as Keeney gets it. Bartlett sets to Turgeson. Good dig out there from Woods. Letcher sets to Ellis, puts it cross court there as it goes up into the Raptors here.
Great anticipation by the Warriors to figure out where the ball was going to go. Works out for them. Now it's a tie game with Sexton about to serve.
14-14 here in the third set. Both teams one set apiece, looking to take the lead. As Bartlett sets up Wilson now. Woods able to dig it out. Sexton sets it to Ellis, who puts it short. Bartlett digs it. As the Fleet able to get it back.
And what a block by the Warriors. They now have taken the lead, 15-14.
And looking to maintain the lead as well. As this is about that turning point of the last set too, where they took the lead and kept it. As Johnson puts it over, Bartlett sets up Wilson, who puts it out down the line.
That'll be Warrior point. Warriors looking to create some separation. You hear the benches getting into it right now, trying to encourage their teammates.
Now leading by 2. As Massengill able to dig that one out, but Turgeson puts that one just long.
Warriors with the momentum right now.
And that forces the Fleet to take a timeout. Warriors now leading 17-14 here as they'll head to their benches. And Leighton, what are we looking at for the rest of this set?
Well, right now what we're seeing is Erskine, they're getting kills, outdoing the Warriors by 6 right now. And currently with a better hitting percentage, but the errors are getting to the, well, I just got updated stats. The errors are getting to the Fleet right now. And that's what's creating the separation in this ball game. And the Warriors doing a good job of staying patient on offense, not panicking whenever the ball might go a little crazy. And this is a good ball game right now, Will.
It is right now, and the Warriors looking to maintain this lead and take the second set away, the third set, and lead 2-1. As they'll take back to the court.
Sexton with the serve here.
As she puts it over, Kine finds it. Bartlett now with it. Kine just puts it over the net. Woods able to dig it out. Sexton puts it long to Ellis. Has that one blocked. As
not at the right place.
Woods tried to keep that one up there. Almost ended up in a split. As the Fleet get that point with Wilson back to serve. Puts it over. Ellis now digs it. Sexton sets behind her to Malave, who just has to put it down the line to Kine. As Turgeson nearly has that one blocked, but able to put it over to tie this one back up. Or excuse me, still trailing by 1. Still trailing by 1. As Wilson goes to serve again. Woods digs Sexton to set out wide to Ellis, who's able to get it back over.
Oh!
However, a call there on Turgeson, I believe, under the net once again.
Warriors gonna try to get a little bit more separation and almost allowed the Fleet to get right back in it.
Now leading by 2, 18-16. Woods back to serve, puts it over, and puts a little bit too much on that one. As Massengill back to serve now for the Fleet. As Woods digs that one. And the Warriors now just have to get back on the same page here as the game tied up 18-18. And the serve comes over. Woods the tough dig. Johnson able to get it. Ellis puts it over. As Bartlett with the kill shot.
Bartlett's been one of their leaders for the Fleet in kills as well. She's one to look out for with the Fleet. For the Warriors, Emily Ellis is leading in kills with 12, and that's actually leads the game.
And a tough play there. And so the Warriors just really need to be sure now on what they're going to do as they take a timeout, trailing by 2. And so right now, just some simple errors, some simple mistakes that they can fix and really get back into this one and tie it back up and hopefully take the lead.
They just need to communicate on the defensive end as well as the offensive end. Make sure everybody's playing their role.
As the attacker is starting to pile back up now for the Warriors.
Hitting percentage for the Fleet right now is at 23% compared to the Warriors' 12%. Warriors are looking to finish a little bit better than 12% here at the end of this set. And Erskine looking to keep their momentum and force the Warriors to make mistakes.
As making her first appearance on the court tonight will be Eve Donald, a freshman for the Fleet. As Masson Jill back to serve once again.
Here comes the serve.
As Woods, once again, just cannot get her body behind it. And so the Warriors now trailing by 3. As the set comes back, good dig there from Woods now. With the block, Warriors able to get it back over the net. Loving sets to Turgeson.
Now the Fleet point instead of a Warrior point.
As it was in. (22-18) now in favor of the Fleet. As Loving finds Kine, dig from Johnson. Sexton sets out wide to Ellis.
Ooh, beautiful shot by Ellis.
Trying to climb back in this one, now trailing by 3. As substitutions will be made. As McClinton will come back in now for the Fleet.
Ellis with the serve here in just a second.
And a good one at that. As it goes out wide, Loving able to put it back in the middle for Turgeson.
Oh, what placement.
Great placement there from Young. Warriors able to just get it back over there and get the point. Now trailing by 2, 22-20.
Warriors looking to get their momentum going before it's too late in this set.
And a great serve there as Loving sets up Kine. Woods a great dig out. As the Warriors looking to play it off the net there. Nothing much they can do about that one as the Fleet get that point back.
Fleet only 2 points away from winning the set. Warriors got a lockdown on their defensive end.
As Woods digs Sexton to set out wide to Johnson, who just has too much power on it for Turgeson. As Letcher and Harris will come in for Young and Sexton. Now trailing by 2, Letcher back to serve. This still very much a winnable set for the Warriors, as they just have to keep themselves calm, stay on the same page here, and not commit any errors. Kine digs that one out, as Donald has to just put that over. Letcher sets it back for Harris. Kine for the Fleet.
Oh,
And what a hit there. And sometimes when the ball just falls for you, there's not much you can do about that.
That was a good shot by the Fleet. Now is 1 point away from winning the set. Warriors need some good defense. Play smart. Cannot afford a mistake here.
As Bartlett back to serve. Ellis digs it, Letcher sets, finds Johnson. As that one comes back over and block again.
Going back and forth.
And a good play there from Harris. As the Warriors get the point back. And Ashlyn Holford will be back to serve, trailing by 2. And I do believe the sets are win by 2. Warriors just really need to tie this game back up.
They're showing great resiliency. That's the word that I was trying to find. But the point will go to the Fleet. And now that will make it 2-1 as we go into the 4th set.
And so just some things that we need to look at here for the Warriors as they drop that 3rd set is really just attack errors and staying on the same page, communication, all the key ingredients to having a good team that can come out, that can perform well, and put points up on the board. And so really going into this 4th set, what are some other things to look at here for the Warriors?
The Warriors, they need to get their hitting percentage up. They're not getting enough at the moment. The last set, just 18%, and that's been somewhat consistent. The 2nd set, they were a bit better with their hitting percentage, but the 1st set, they were only at 14%. So in this 4th set, the Warriors will want to get that up, and right now, Erskine, they're playing a pretty consistent game. They're going to look to keep that consistency going here in the 4th set to try to win 3-1 versus the Warriors. But the Warriors, they've shown great resiliency. They haven't given up. That's just something you have to admire.
I think one more thing to look at, too, is the amount of kills that we have as well. The Fleet able to put 18 kills down to the Warriors 12, and so Warriors really just need to find a little bit more of an offense and maybe a little bit more of a defense, too, right now, so that the Fleet don't put as many down on them. But they really do have that one play where they find it in the middle of the court, able to just kind of set it back over their heads and go kind of cross-court kill shot over the Warriors.
Seems to work for them. I'd look for that to happen here in the 4th set. And
to see if the Warriors have an answer.
Oh, yeah. You want to be efficient here. Not look to make any mistakes. Mistakes have been the big difference on the end for the Warriors.
And so we're coming back here into the 4th set as the Warriors will have Fletcher, Holford, Johnson, Woods, Harris, Malave, and Ellis out on the court. Warriors will have the serve here with Letcher.
Here comes the serve.
That is a good one Has the Fleet able to dig it out, find Bartlett, who puts it long, as the Warriors get the first point here.
Warriors, I think they'll find a way to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end.
And really getting that first point for them is
Don't want to
crucial.
play with the deficit.
As they get back-to-back points here.
Warriors in previous sets have kept on finding themselves digging out of holes. So to give themselves a lead early here in the fourth set would be very beneficial for them.
And a good dig out there from Woods from Kine, as Johnson puts that one off the block attempt out of bounds for another Warrior point as they now lead by 3.
Great start here for the Warriors. Good placement, good defense. And miscommunication will give the Warriors another point.
And the Warriors out to a quick lead here. This is exactly what they needed going into this fourth set to try and get some momentum going and to tie this one back up.
Things are just going their way right now.
As Bartlett finds a set to Turgeson, and that's exactly what I mean with that play, finding Bartlett right in the middle, able to find an outside hitter, putting it across court. Warriors almost with an answer there, realizing that now, as Letcher just unable to extend out enough to get under it. Ellis able to dig it out as Letcher sets her back up again. As Loving sets that one for the Fleet, get it over. As Johnson puts that one over.
Oh,
And a tough play there. As
so close to a good recovery. Great effort by the Warriors to try to get that ball.
an unintended dig there from Turgeson just found its way back over the net. As Ellis
Mishandles that one.
and the Fleet climb right back in this one, now trailing by 1. As Ellis puts that one up now. Letcher finds Johnson for the kill shot.
Beautiful shot right there.
As Malave will check back into the game for Woods. Holford now with it. Leading by 2. McClinton mishandles that one as it got tied up in her midsection.
She was kind of unsure how to hit that ball for a second.
Whether to go forearm or two-hand or something, just
Ball was just coming too fast for her to decide on that one.
as 2 Fleet go for that one. As Holford able to dig that one out. Letcher the set. And a great shot there by Johnson. Almost a fake in midair.
Oh, yeah. Fancy stuff.
Going for the hard spike, able to just find some good placement over the wall. As the Warriors now back out to their 4-point lead, leading 7-3.
Way to be there by Letcher.
As Johnson with another great hit. As Kine for the Fleet puts it back over, Ellis digs it. And Letcher
She's looking for
over the net there.
Doesn't get it, though.
As Maddie Wilson will check back into the game for the Fleet.
Warriors with a 3-point lead.
Riley Bartlett back to serve.
That'll be a little low. That'll be Warrior point.
And so far, good sign for the Warriors if she's off her game right now in this set, because she is a very crucial player for the Fleet.
That's what the Warriors want to see. Them make mistakes, and you don't ever want to see yourself make mistakes. So,
As Johnson able to dig that one back over the net.
and the Fleet misjudged that one.
Second time they've misjudged a jump like that.
May have lost a little bit of focus in this set. It's allowing the Warriors to get a pretty good lead to start off the fourth set.
As Johnson digs that one out, Letcher sets it long to Ellis, who has it blocked. And just the ball too low to get back up for the Warriors. As number 5, Jonu Smith will come back in for the Fleet. And Keeney will be back to serve, trailing by 4. As Woods digs that one, Letcher sets it to Ellis. Placement down the line. Smith now with the shot.
And Erskine with the point. They reduce the Warriors' lead to 3.
Keenan now with the serve. Puts it cross court. Ellis digs it. Johnson sets her back up. As she puts that one down on the back line.
Beautiful placement. I wasn't sure if that one was going to be in or not for a second.
As Sexton and Young will come back in. Sexton will be back to serve. Warriors now leading by 4, 10-6. As Smith digs that one out, finds Bartlett. And a good dig out there from the Warriors, able to find an answer to that play from the Fleet. And a great dig from Woods once again. The Warriors able to just keep this one alive.
That's out, unfortunately, for the Warriors. Fleet with the point.
A great play, though, from the Warriors. Great defensive effort, and that's exactly what they need continuing on.
Sometimes good effort, that will definitely pay off. We'll see if that can continue to help them. And more mistakes coming from the Fleet. Not able to get that ball over the net.
And that's their second serving error that they've put into the net. And so far the Warriors, despite dropping a few points here, have been able to get a few back with those little mistakes from the Fleet.
You wonder if they might be playing a little bit tired. That'll be Warrior point.
As Wilson hits that one just long over the head of Young. Young almost playing it, but just lets it kind of glide by her. As Woods with the serve, leading by 5. Keeney digs it out. Bartlett sets Smith up. Who puts that one cross court. Little miscommunication there from Ellis and Johnson. Not sure which one was going to get that. As the Fleet get the point back.
Fleet wanted to get that shot in there. They're afraid they were losing a little momentum. As mishandled by the Warriors.
Warriors need to just kind of pick back up their intensity and focus here. As Woods, a good dig there. Sexton the set to Holford, who has that one blocked but goes out of bounds as the Warriors get their point back.
Looking to maintain their composure here, Warriors. Doing a pretty good job doing so right there.
Warriors leading by 4, 13-19 here in the fourth set. As Ellis the set. As they set up Bartlett and the block over the net there. As Smith for the Fleet hits that one over. Sexton sets up Johnson for the kill shot once again.
You heard that one. With authority.
Putting it down to give the Warriors now a 5-point lead. As Ellis will be back to serve once again. And almost another great block from the Warriors. But also kind of sending a message that they're right there at the net. They're not going to back down at all.
They're fighting. They don't want to lose this set. They want to keep this game going.
Score now 14-10. As that one, a knuckleball serve there from Smith, drops in front of Ellis. A tough one to handle as
Really
it just lost all
in.
speed.
Lost speed, sunk in a little bit.
But yet, despite that one great serve, on the next serve, gives it right back. And so some substitutions being made here as McClinton comes in for the Fleet, and Letcher and Harris will come in for the Warriors. So it seems right now in this set that really no matter what the Fleet do to get the point back and try and get it on their side, they also add on to it by making an error and giving it right back to the Warriors.
That's been their problem so far. The Warriors haven't committed any service errors, but the Fleet have committed 3 so far. And on the attack, it's more even, but the Fleet with one more attack error, looking to clean up their game a little bit.
As the Warriors get that point back there from a deflected block out of bounds. That was Harris with the big slam. As Holford back to serve now, leading by 4. Puts it over to Kine, finds Loving, sets it back up to Bartlett. Harris now digs it out, Letcher the set to Johnson.
Allen almost got up here again on the other side of the booth. But point for the Warriors, building their lead.
Now leading by 5. As Holford back again to serve, puts it over. McClinton able to dig it out. Bartlett with the hit. Letcher, great dig out. As Harris now just puts it back over. The Fleet with Kine, puts it back over. Ellis digs it. Letcher the set long to Johnson, who puts it back cross court, dug out there. And the Warriors just looking to get a point now, as this a great rally.
Warrior point again.
As Bartlett puts that one to the net. And that forces a timeout from the Fleet. Warriors leading by 6, 18-12 here in the 4th set. And just some great stuff going, great momentum going for the Warriors right now, Leighton.
The Fleet, they keep on making mistakes here in the 4th set. And that's ultimately been their undoing so far. The hitting percentage is the lowest it has been today for them, hitting at about 11%. The Warriors hitting a solid 33, and things are going great for them. Both teams have a block so far in this set, and a couple aces by both teams. So Warriors doing a good job of taking advantage of the Fleet's mistakes, playing smart, playing efficient. And that's what you want to see if you're the Warriors coach.
Yep. And also finding answers to the Fleet offense. The Fleet also only with 6 kills so far this set, when in the last set they had 18 total. And so some drastic number change there. Only having a third of your points from kills now. And so that definitely playing a factor as the Warriors leading by 6.
Right. And you also wonder potentially if the Fleet are playing a little bit tired here now in the 4th set.
Which could be true as Holford puts that one wide.
The Fleet make a substitution, putting in Maddie Wilson.
Yep, as Bartlett is back to serve now. Woods able to dig it out. Letcher sets Johnson up.
Ooh!
With another great shot. Johnson for the Warriors today has just been remarkable from that outside spot. Able to come in and find the great spaces. As she has 13 total points today, 13 kills, and is just dominating the court right now.
For the game, she has 15 and a half total points and has 21 digs, doing everything for the Warriors right now.
As that last point going in favor of the Fleet. Bartlett with a great look over her shoulder, able to find the space in the middle of the court.
And leading in assist right now for the Warriors is Callie Letcher.
As that one just overshot there from the Warriors. Keeney now with the serve. Woods able to dig it out. Letcher sets Ellis wide, puts it cross net. Smith able to dig that one out as Wilson just has to put it out. Johnson digs it as Woods puts it over the net. Bartlett now with the serve. Cross net. Good block there from the Warriors as Letcher puts it over the quick two.
She did it again. She did it again. She did that in the last set, I believe.
As that has just been a crucial play. Able to find that quick second shot, catching them off guard over and over again. Kind of giving Bartlett a little taste of her own medicine there, as that happened to the Warriors just a few minutes ago.
That would go over Johnson's head and be Erskine point.
Warriors still leading by 4 here, 20-16. Najura is back to serve now for the Fleet. As she puts a short, great dig from Alice. As the Warriors just get it over.
And an error on the Warriors, double hit.
Najura back to serve once again. Ellis digs it. Sexton sets behind her to Malave, puts it short. Dug out there. Turgeson able to put that over. And the Warriors unable to control that one as the lead starts to dwindle. And so the Warriors will take a timeout here, a quick one, as they'll try and just remain in control of this game and try and take back some of the momentum, as they once led by 6, now only leading by 2.
Drastic momentum shift right there. The Fleet taking advantage of Southern Wesleyan's mistakes there for a second.
And not too many mistakes per se, just some better offense there, some better looks for the Fleet as they've been picking up their tempo, been picking up their pace, able to find a little bit of a shift here and get back into their groove and maybe make some more substitutions so that their players aren't as tired or fatigued right now.
I mean, it's been a long game so far. I mean, I bet the Warriors, they're feeling a little bit tired as well, but keeping their spirits high over there, as we see on their bench.
The Fleet now with the serve. Johnson finds it. Sexton able to put it back over. Keeney now finds Bartlett over to Smith, who has that one deflected at the line.
The Fleet finding their momentum. They're hitting their shots right now.
Warriors now leading by 1. Alice digs it. Sexton the set. Behind her to Malave. As the Warriors looking to get it back over. Johnson with the great hit. And finds yet another point for the Warriors. Doing it all over the place. As Ashlyn Holford will come back in for Denari Malave.
Only 4 points away from winning the set right here. Southern Wesleyan's going to look to stay focused.
The Warriors leading 21-19.
Oh my goodness.
That was a great shot there.
Great setup and great athleticism shown right there by the Fleet.
21-20 in favor of the Warriors as Maddie Wilson back to serve now for the Fleet. As that one just dies down again. And the Fleet tie this one back up at 21.
Teams are playing hard right now.
Warriors need to win this set.
Gotta play with some heart. They've been showing it all night.
As another service error for the Warriors. In the Warriors' favor, I should say. As they regain the 1-point lead. As Ellis goes back to serve.
Here comes the serve.
And a good hard serve there from Ellis.
And that block will not go in the Warriors' favor. And Erskine gets it right back.
22-22 now. As Smith is back to serve for the Fleet. As Ellis digs that one out, Sexton sets wide to Johnson. Johnson puts it cross court, dug out there from the Fleet. Bartlett now with the hit. As Sexton with the diving attempt.
Warriors playing with all they have, just a little bit too much on that one.
Fleet now leading by one, 23-22. As Smith, the serve, puts that into the net, and the Warriors get that point back that they need to tie this one back up at 23.
One stat to note in this set, the Fleet have had 4 service errors, and I think
that would make
number
5
5
right there. And so the Warriors really need to capitalize right now on that, as Callie Letcher will be back to serve for the Warriors.
Here we go with the serve.
Puts it over, Kine digs it out. Bartlett, the quick hit over. As Johnson now with the hit. As it was deflected at the line, I believe.
What a shot.
As the Warriors take the point, and a timeout here will be taken. As the Warriors now up to a 1-point lead. SWU, I should say, for that one.
Woohoo.
As it has been a close set so far.
Only 1 point away from winning this one. We could be going into 5th set territory here if the Warriors convert.
And so the Warriors leading 24-23 here as we come back out onto the court. Warriors looking to put this set away and tie it back up at 2 apiece heading into the 5th. Letcher will be back to serve.
This is going to be a very important possession here for the Warriors.
And the serve comes over, dug out from the Fleet. Set back to Turgeson, into the net, and the Warriors get the point.
We'll have set number 5 coming up here in a second. It's a 2-2 tie right now, set-wise, for both the Fleet and the Warriors.
The Warriors taking that one 25-23 in dramatic fashion, I should say, to say the least.
Yes, sir. That's what we want to see.
And so with heading into the 5th set, both captains will meet here with the middle official to flip a coin to see who has first serve.
I think it might be Erskine that will get the serve first. Just judging by what I see. And going into the 5th set, the Fleet will look to minimize service errors. They had 5 in that last set.
And so for a few minutes here, we'll step aside, take a break, and come back to you with the 5th and final set here. As both teams battling it out here at Historic Tysinger Gymnasium, you're listening to Layton and Will on the SWU Sports Network. And we're back here in the 5th and final set here at Historic Tysinger Gymnasium. Getting my words mixed up. I'm so excited right now for the Warriors in their first home matchup of the season here against the Erskine Flying Fleet.
Way to get started. Only one other game played on the season. Both teams looking for their first wins here. What a way to do it.
And a big one at that, this being a conference matchup, Conference Carolinas matchup. Both teams could get their first conference win as well. As starting off the set will be number 10, Riley Bartlett, back to serve for the Fleet. As Johnson will dig it out, as Letcher sets back to her.
And what a
first
play.
Point for the Warriors now. This is what they needed.
Want to get off to a good start and make their shots. That's something they did very well in the last set, looking to keep doing that.
Holford will be back to serve. And a
Miscommunication.
great serve.
The Fleet weren't sure who's going to hit that.
Well, that went straight to Maddie Wilson, and she just, not sure if she didn't see it through a screen or something, but just unable to control it. As Keeney now digs it out. Bartlett the set to Wilson. As Johnson able to dig it. Callie Letcher sets her back up.
That's in. Almost the same spot as she hit that first one.
Johnson really finding her groove in this 5th set already. Has the Warriors leading early in this one, 3-0. Holford now with the serve. Puts it over. McClinton finds it. Wilson just has to put it over as Holford now with it. Letcher puts it short to Malavi, who has that block. Letcher
A little bit
trying
low.
to find Holford there, who puts it into the net. And you're right, a little bit low there. As the Fleet get their first point of the set. As Smith will come in from McClinton with Keeney back to serve. Keeney now with it. Finds the net once again, and so more service errors for the Fleet here in this 5th set as it carries over, and the Warriors get the point back.
That's what you don't want to see if you're the Fleet. They had way too many in that last set. They did not want to look to keep that number going up.
As Johnson now back to serve, puts a good one down, and the Fleet unable to control that one as Najura had a good dig on it. No one following it up, though, for the Fleet. Warriors leading 5-1.
So far, your stats leader, Olivia Johnson, with 18 kills right now. And for the Fleet, Riley Bartlett is leading for them with 13 kills.
As a good play there from Bartlett, who sent it all the way across court to Smith there. As the Fleet get 1 point back here. Johnson able to dig it. Letcher sets wide to Ellis as Bartlett sets it up to Wilson. And a block
And
there from the
what a
Warriors.
What a play.
And so substitutions coming in will be Ashley Sexton and Riley Young. As Sexton will be back to serve for the Warriors.
Warriors playing with a 4-point lead.
As Smith digs that one. And that play once again between Bartlett and Turgeson. They are on the same page right now as they're able to find that short set in the middle for the quick kill. As they get one back here, trailing by 3. Maddie Wilson back to serve now. As Woods able to dig it. Sexton serves behind her. Johnson and Malave going at it together. And the Warriors just having to get back on the same page there as two players running into each other.
Definitely don't want any miscommunication here in the final set. Let me put that to a minimum.
This final set does not go to 25 either, I believe. I believe it only goes to 15, if I'm correct.
Great effort there by Sexton to try to save that ball. You said 15, so this is crucial to limit your mistakes.
As the Warriors up by 1, Wilson the serve. Johnson able to dig it out. Sexton now sets up Malave. Kine digs it. Bartlett looks, finds Smith as she's able to put that one down and tie this one back up at 6. As the Warriors will take a timeout now with the shorter sets.
Looking to talk things over, try to, even though it's a tie game right now and the Warriors got off to a pretty good start, Erskine's hanging in there.
With the momentum going back in their favor right now.
So far in this 5th set, Southern Wesleyan with a block and Erskine with the one service error. Things are looking pretty even stats-wise from both these teams.
And so that is correct that this final set only goes to 15. Win by 2 is a must. And so with the game tied at 6, Warriors looking to gain control back of this one. As Wilson will be back to serve for the Fleet.
Here's the serve.
Johnson the dig. Sexton able to get that one off the net to Malave.
Oh, great play.
And a great play there from the Warriors. As Bartlett sets up Turgeson short. Sexton able to dig that one out of the ground. And the Warriors able to keep it alive once again. Bartlett finds Smith and the block from the Warriors. And once again the dig.
Oh. From that point, we'll go to the Fleet. That was a double hit.
Warriors with the fantastic effort so far defensively.
Both teams playing as hard as they could right there. I believe that was one of the longest rallies we've had today.
As that one goes long and ties this game back up at 7. As the Warriors will have the serve once again with Woods as Holford comes on and Loving comes back on for the Fleet.
That was their second service error. Got to keep that to a minimum if you're Erskine. Been a big problem for them today.
Woods now with the serve, puts it over. Smith digs it. As Turgeson puts it up, Sexton sets long to Ellis, who puts it off the net. Little roller there. As Smith now for the Fleet will have it and hit it wide out of bounds.
But I think that hit off of Southern Wesleyan, so that will be Fleet point.
8-7 now. As Smith with the service. Ellis digs it, goes long. Sexton able to dig that one back out from the block. As the Warriors just need to settle back in here, trailing by 2 now.
with the set to 15, they can't afford to let them get too much of a lead. You don't want to dig yourself out of that.
As the Warriors will take a timeout here to try and talk things over, calm things down, and get back into this one to tie things back up. As the gym goes almost dead silent to where you could hear a pin drop. And so, yeah, some crucial things here. Service errors, any errors in general right now, especially with such a short set, you cannot afford to give it up at this point.
And great effort is unmatched right now for both teams. Just the last few times, Erskine's been getting their shots to go and taking advantage of Southern Wesleyan. Here we go, serving for the Fleet, number 5, Gianna Smith.
Warriors trailing by 2 as Smith, the serve, puts it into the net as the Warriors get 1 point back. And yet again, as we just talked about, another service error as Smith will check out of the game now for McClinton.
That's number 3 now for the Fleet.
And that's just in this set. As Ellis back to serve for the Warriors. Puts that one long.
Warriors give a service error right back.
And still trail by 2, 10-8, as Turgerson back to serve now. Puts it over. Ellis the dig. Sexton has to just set it back up.
A little too much sauce.
Holford just puts that one a little too long. As the Warriors now down 11-8. Need to settle back in here. As the serve comes over into the net. And that is definitely what the Warriors needed right now to get 1 point back, trailing by 2. As Letcher and Harris will check back in for Young and Sexton.
Those service errors right now are the Warriors' saving grace. Almost half of their points in this set have come from service errors.
And so Letcher with the serve. Kine able to dig it out. Loving sets it back up to Kine. As the Warriors get the first block, unable to get the second ball. As they still trail by 3. And a substitution being made as Maddie Wilson comes in for Laney Loving.
Only 3 points away for the Fleet, looking to maintain their composure.
Ellis digs that one out. Letcher sets it to Johnson.
What
she gets a point back for the Warriors. As the Warriors are going to look to climb back into this one right now, that is who they need to look to for their points. As one that's been consistent all day long, Olivia Johnson.
Oh yeah, she's been doing everything for them. Getting kills.
Digs, assists, you name it, she's done it. As Kine digs that one out. And the block there from the Warriors. As Kine now has it. Holford digs it. Letcher the set wide to Johnson, who puts it down for another point.
That's what you wanted to see from the Warriors. Get some offense going here. You can't just rely off of those service errors to get your points.
And the Warriors forcing a timeout by the Fleet. Now trailing by 1, 12-11 here in the 5th and final set. As they're able to start to climb back into this one and get a great momentum shift here in the 5th set.
This is exciting, Will. Things are going back and forth right now, and the Warriors, they got a little bit of momentum. The errors and one interesting thing to note, the service errors, Erskine has 4 right now, but the Warriors, they have had 4 attack errors. So,
kind of balancing out there.
Yeah, balancing out, both making a few mistakes. So, to win this set, they just need to find a way to balance.
Whoever can really make fewer errors.
Yeah, fewer errors on either side if you want to win.
And even without fans, notably, both teams feeding off the energy provided from their benches alone, as this definitely has been a passionate game up to this point so far, as the Warriors will have the ball with Ashlyn Holford back to serve.
Having that support from your teammates is oh so important, especially in this crunch time right here.
Warriors trailing by 1 still. As Holford, the serve, puts it across. McClinton digs it. As Kine puts it across court. Ellis, the set. Letcher sets it to Johnson, puts it in the middle. The dig from Kine. Bartlett sets up the Fleet as they get it back over. Harris has to put it back over for the Warriors. As the Fleet find Wilson. The block. And it's in as the Warriors tie it up.
Go!
A great block there from Malave.
That was beautiful.
Score tied 12-12 here.
Benches are getting involved.
Holford now, the serve. Kine delivers.
And miscommunication or something.
A little bit of a
right
tie up there at the net. That one just unfortunate play there. As substitutions being made now on both sides. Warriors now trailing again by 1, 13-12. This a must-win by 2 set.
This is going to be an important one right here because if the Warriors get a point, then we'll have to play a little bit more than 15.
As Smith now with the hit. Good play there from Johnson to get it back over the net for the Warriors. And Malave with the spike over the net.
And the Warriors are hyped after that one.
Game tied 13-13 as Johnson will be in the back for the Warriors to serve. And a great service there. Bartlett sets up Smith as Woods able to dig it out. Letcher sets up Ellis as Ellis just getting a little bit too into it, puts it into the net.
And this could be a game right here.
Warriors do need to get this point or it is game.
I misspoke earlier about that last point. The Warriors need to do something here to stay in this game.
Najura with the serve as Ellis digs it. Letcher sets Malave, puts it in the middle. Smith able to dig it. Bartlett to Turgeson as Letcher digs it out. Harris able to put it over the net as the whistle blows. That one not traveling back from the Warriors side as it goes out of bounds. And that is the end of the match as the Fleet take the 5th set 15-13 here in 5. And Leighton, what an exciting matchup we just had on our hands.
This was a fun one to watch. Both teams played well tonight, and the Warriors couldn't get a win, but the Fleet get their first win on the year. Exciting game. Fun to see.
Exciting game overall. And so we will be back later in the season for more Warrior volleyball here at Historic Tysker. Thank you for tuning in.